There's a story out of Milwaukee, and the Sheriff Clarke, you know him, the coon of the GOP, he decides on an airplane that when a guy looked at him and shook his head, he decides to intimidate him on social media. Let's go roll the clip.
He doesn't dispute a single thing I say. He posts my full complaint.
Dan Black responded Wednesday to Sheriff David Clarke's Facebook post after Black filed a formal complaint against the sheriff. The interaction stems from their flight from Dallas Sunday.
I see him, he's a Milwaukee official, and he's flying back to Milwaukee on the big game day wearing Cowboys gear. I'm surprised I'm the only one who noticed or said anything to him.
Dan Black says he's a law-abiding, peaceful guy. On the plane, he asked Clarke if he was the sheriff. Then Black shook his head. Clarke wrote on Facebook today, "Next time he or anyone else pulls this stunt on a plane, they may get knocked out." The sheriff said he does not have to wait for some goof to assault him. He reserves the reasonable right to preempt a possible assault.
I don't like people fighting. It's not, and for him to come back and say he's going to knock me out, that's more confrontational than I ever was to him.
Black recorded video after they got off the plane as he says the sheriff ordered a half-dozen deputies and 2 canines to escort him to a waiting area to be questioned, then escorted Black out of the airport.
Civility, decency, and respect, that's the bare minimum.
County Executive Director of Communications Melissa Baldoff says Black's complaint will be forwarded to the Ethics Board for review.
It is upsetting, again, that the sheriff would be using his taxpayer-funded social media account to make a preemptive threat of violence against a private citizen.
I have opinions about the way he's abandoned this county to go on the campaign trail, but I didn't say anything like that. I could have. I didn't, because I didn't want a confrontation. I didn't want to be thrown off the plane.
Now, see, Sheriff Clarke, you done got a little too big for yourself. You see, they okay with you treating black people that way. That's fine. They'll support that. They'll keep voting you in. But you are in coon violation right now. And the reason why you're in coon violation is because you don't supposed to treat white people that way. That's only reserved for blacks or the other group that white supremacy deems a problem to them. So they'll use you and be their buffer so they don't get their hands dirty. And I hope, Sheriff Clarke, they take you down, and I want to laugh in the process if they do, because you did threaten this guy. You did go to social media and was cyberbullying him, saying what you're going to do to somebody. There was also reports in the news that you said that you're not going to reach across the aisle and work with Democrats. You'll choke one of them. I mean, you're just a straight thug, aren't you? Just running around here just doing things to people. Look at your county in Milwaukee. It's a piece of crap. It's very violent. It's extremely segregated. There's always problems going on with you running around all over the country talking like you know anything about some law and order. Look at your own backyard, Sheriff Clarke. You have a failed county that you over. But white supremacy going to teach you and put you in your place. So either they going to sit you down and let you know that you stay in your lane and you don't put your hands on no white people like that if you want to stay in your position, or they going to take you out of it completely. I really hope they take you out of it completely so they can teach you a lesson, because you really need a lesson taught to you that these folks not for you, but you'll find out in the end. And I can't wait until you do find out, because I will be the petty king. I said in 2017, I was going to be the petty king. Anytime something happened to one of you coons, I'm going to be right there laughing and siding on white supremacy, at least that time when they go against you. Let me know in the comment section if you think white supremacy going to check Sheriff Clarke. Like the video, share the commentary, and subscribe for more news stories.